Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, my name is T and I like to play The Sims. This is part 2 of the renovation of the old salt house in San Myshuno. I figured I'd put a bar slash nightclub in the downstairs area and turn the upstairs area in a little apartment. And if you've missed the first part, I'll link it down below so you can watch the renovation of the bar slash nightclub area. And today we are doing the renovation of the upstairs apartment. And for some reason, I just thought this apartment slash bar, restaurant, nightclub, whatever, is owned by a couple where one of them is like, your serious business person and they have, a steady job with lots of numbers and figures and they're probably really good at Excel. And the other person is a little bit more creative and free-spirited, I guess. And I just imagined that couple living upstairs, and that's kind of how I furnished it. Later in the video, you'll also see or meet the couple that I downloaded from the gallery that I thought would be a perfect match for this lot. Here I'm trying to use one of my favorite rugs from I think it's the Book Nook kit, but it didn't really go with that new bed that we got in a free update. So I just kind of went with a more neutral kind of look, at least for now. But I think I changed the rug again, and just put a little turquoise ottoman there, a little dresser, just to get some more color in there, with a cute little chair in the corner there, kind of matchy a bit, but don't worry, it's not going to be a minty looking apartment. It's just like the beginning of my color scheme, I guess, and I probably should be planning stuff more in advance and not just do it as I go. So yeah, you see I changed the rug again to the eco lifestyle rug that I've recently been using quite a bit. And I'm using the City Living flooring in that warm wooden tone. And I thought maybe a minty feature wall in the bedroom would be a nice addition. So I did that, and the rest of the room is gonna be kept in a regular mint. And I think the rest of the apartment is just mainly just a basic plain white, except for the master bathroom that is also a bit minty. And I decided to have yellow curtains because there is some yellow in the rug in the bedroom, and the yellow is going to be also throughout the entire apartment. And this is a wall decoration that also came in the new free update. I think it was a Sims delivery, so it's not really an update, but it's that Sims delivery where it downloads in the background and then you restart the game and it's in the game. I really like that wall decoration. It's just very colorful, and I really like the colors that it comes in too. Anywho, I am using the Dream Home Decorator tiles and also the wallpaper or wall tiles for their bathroom, and I thought maybe a tub and shower combination, but I just thought it's just a bit too tight in there, and you don't really need it unless you want to be in there with toddlers or kids or a dog, whoever needs a bathtub to get clean. But even if you want to download it and play with a family like that, you can always just change the shower for a bath and shower combination. And I'm just putting in some decorations, some decorative items so it looks a little bit more lived in. And I decided to do a like somebody that likes basic, contemporary, mid-century kind of vibe, so it's all a bit more cohesive and not just, 10 different styles all over the apartment, which however makes it hard whenever I'm putting in all the decoration and, you know, the clutter items, because often certain things won't show up when you have those filters on. So you just have to go with or at least that's what I do. I continue with the main furnishing of the house or apartment, and then after I've done all the main things like, you know, bathroom, bedroom, whatever, I delete all those filters and then go back and put all the decorative items back in there. And here there's an issue that I always have when I have the kitchen. Whenever there's that little blip or whatever you call it, when you put the the counter against the wall and then make a corner with it, basically like this U shape, and then one part is not up against the wall, where that little blip or whatever you call that on the counter, it just disappears. And I just it's such a pet peeve of mine. But usually I fix it by either putting half walls up, or like here I just use some islands. And here I was checking the lot value because I didn't want it to be crazily expensive, and we're already looking at over 100,000 simoleons. So this lot is not for the poor people or for the people that are trying to do a rags to riches, unless you have already arrived at the richest part, I would say. And yeah, the cabinets, I don't like it whenever they have cabinets like that, but there's items in it, like it looks like a shelf, and then the items that are in are repetitive. I really wish you could actually change the color and, you know, just that it didn't look like copy paste. So I put a different colored cabinet up there to give it a little bit of a more interesting look, I guess. And in the living room area, I have two cozy couches, also a bit minty again and yellow. So it is definitely the color, or it is the colors of the apartment, but I don't think I overdid it. Here I'm using, which rug is that? Oh, it's from Get Famous, also with the yellow and the blue in it, because the kitchen is blue. So I figured that might be a good way to tie those colors in. And then I wasn't really sure what to do with the second bedroom. Initially I thought I'm going to do actually a second bedroom, but then as I thought about who might be living here and who might be actually running the business down there, you know, I got that idea that it's this couple where one person is this really business working, you know, type A kind of person almost, and then the other person is more like a chilled, relaxed, laid back kind of person. So I decided to turn this second bedroom not into a bedroom but more of a office. And I think it's basically a little room that has all kinds of stuff in it. It is a little office for one person, and I'm also going to put in an easel and also a treadmill. So it's basically a 3-in-1 room. Here I thought maybe I'll put some planters on the inside so they can also have some planters, but I didn't. They're gonna have some planters on the balcony area, so there is gonna be a little bit of gardening if you really want to, but I figured that business person is gonna have lots and loads of books, lots and lots of books, and you know, maybe they're an attorney or they're a CEO or something, and they just have a bunch of books from their business. Yeah, and here I think I'm already starting to give it a bit more character and putting in some more decorative items. The pride flag, because it's going to be a gay couple. I don't know why, but that was my vision for this house and for this apartment and the downstairs area. And I turned this up here. I think in the original build it was just not used at all, but I figured I will give them that little hallway that leads from downstairs to upstairs, give them that little entrance hallway almost, and then turn this into a little terrace where they can have, or a balcony, where they can have some grill moments where they can do some barbecue. And I used the new lights that came with the businesses and hobbies. I really like those. They're really fun, and I don't know, I kind of like all those little lights outside, and I not just around Christmas. I don't know, I just feel like it looks nice. Yeah, just, you know, decorating the outside and giving them a little more to do and making it more of their home. I really also love the plants that came with that new pack. Especially that, I don't even know what kind of plant it is, but I'm gonna use it later, so I'll let you know which one it is. And here I turned off all the filters because I finally decided I need all the items that the game has, because I want to have a certain kind of couch out there, and you know, certain kinds of decorative items. So I just turned off all the filters. And I figured this is the kind of couple that has that little tray with the fancy drinks out there. And here, this is my favorite plant. And here we go on that little hallway that I was talking about a minute ago. I just thought, you know, they're gonna have some planters in there, some shoe racks. You can hang your coat there. It's just like an entrance hallway. And I just thought that was a cute idea. But overall, I really like this build, and I'm really happy in how it turned out. But yeah, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do next, and I was honestly thinking of maybe doing a gameplay challenge instead of building. And I've seen a few, I don't know if I've seen a lot of videos about it, but I've seen a few posts on X/Twitter where people play I don't even know what it's called, but you have basically one sim and they are on one tile and they're surrounded by walls, and you have to make money by taking selfies, selling them, and then as you make money, you're allowed to add more tiles and more living space to your sim. And basically, I guess it's like a very hard version or hard level of Rags to Riches. And since I absolutely love Rags to Riches and Teenage Runaway, I don't know why specifically Teenage Runaway Challenge, but I just love that. I just started one like 2 weeks ago. And she's now already living in a house and whatnot because she figured out how to do which one was it? I don't remember which skill it is from the businesses and hobbies, but she made a bunch of money with it. She's doing fine and is not a homeless runaway teen anymore. But I figured I will try to do that gameplay challenge on this channel because, you know, I'm more of a gameplay person anyways, and I just kind of feel like I need more gameplay these days. But I would probably not going to stop doing all the renovations because I've already feel like I've invested so much time into the renovation of the entire Sims world, which, you know, if you've been here a few times or if you've watched a few of my videos, you know that my ultimate goal is to renovate the entire Sims world, which I know is very ambitious. And it's probably gonna take me years, but maybe in 5 years I'll be done and I can have a video of everything and all the renovations, or we just, you know, just have like 5 videos or however many where we go through the worlds and just look at all the renovations with probably 100 more expansion packs that are gonna be released by then. But anywho, I thought that might be a good idea to do a little gameplay or a little challenge. Let me know if you would like that, or what do you think about it, or if you have another idea or another suggestion. I'm always open to hear that because, you know, I'm just trying to improve not just my building skills, but also my editing skills, basically my entire channel. Since I just started doing that a few months ago out of, I think it was just a night where I was like, I'm going to do it. If I'm not doing it now, when am I going to do it? Because I was toying with the idea of getting into creating Sims content for quite a while. And then I thought, you know what, it's now or never. So I did it, and here we are. a few months later with a few followers or a few subscribers. So if you're one of them, thank you very much for your support. It really means a lot to me that there's a handful of people on this planet that are actually excited about what I'm creating here. Well, let's get back to the build here. We are in the in the spare bedroom, which is not a bedroom anymore, but an office with all the diplomas. I felt like that the person that is, you know, the business person, I feel like they have all their diplomas and whatever on, like, out for everybody to see. So I just kind of put all the diplomas I could find in the game on the wall. And then for some reason, I thought that the creative person in the relationship is also a huge movie fan, so I put movie posters all over the apartment. I don't know why, don't ask me. It was just a random idea I got, so I put all those weird little posters all over. And then I mean, this looked like a chainsaw massacre kind of poster. I thought maybe we shouldn't have that in the bathroom. So yeah, here we are. This is the entrance area of the apartment and the little balcony with I really love that view of that little park or gathering spot of the town downstairs. Here's the couple. As you can see, they really enjoy their cute little house or apartment up there. Here's the bathroom, the guest bathroom, I guess, or the main bathroom, and the office, just also with a nice little view out there, and all the little decorative items and the clutter items. And here's the dining area and the living area with a few pictures from underseas where I thought they had taken them on vacay, and the main bedroom with a little dresser and a bed and just the bathroom. And this is the couple that I decided to download, the Moss Vargas family, created by Gertie47. So Gertie, if you're watching this, thank you for creating this couple. And I figured that Zach is gonna be, you know, he's the Renaissance sim, he's a quick learner, he loves the outdoors, he's a genius and creative, that he's the business guy. He just looks like a business guy, whereas Dario is I didn't know, he wants to be a bartender, he's a goofball and a foodie. But I thought those two are meant for this apartment. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope I'll see you soon. Bye!